Welcome to Global Outreach, the podcast that decodes world affairs with clarity, culture, and curiosity. We are Candlelight Media, and today, we're heading to one of the world's most complex, powerful, and misunderstood regions, the Middle East, a place where ancient civilizations meet 21st century ambition, where oil wealth, political power, religion, and identity all collide, shaping not just regional, but global dynamics. The title of today's episode: The Shifting Sands of the Middle East, New Alliances, Old Rivalries. Because if you've been paying attention, things are moving fast, very fast, from new peace talks to surprising economic pacts to rising competition for influence between world powers.
Over the past 2 decades, the Middle East has been seen mostly through the lens of conflict: Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Israel, Palestine, Iran tensions. But something interesting is happening beneath the surface. There's a great rebalance taking place. Countries like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Qatar, and even Iran are repositioning themselves for a post-oil, post-war future. Example: Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 is transforming the kingdom's economy and global image, from massive investments in sports and tourism to tech and renewable energy. Riyadh is no longer content with being seen only as an oil giant. It wants to be a global hub, the Dubai 2.0, but with more cultural depth and global leverage. Meanwhile, the UAE has become the Switzerland of the Middle East: neutral, business-friendly, and deeply connected to global trade. And Iran? Despite heavy sanctions, it continues to wield power through proxy alliances, from Lebanon's Hezbollah to Yemen's Houthis, maintaining a shadow influence that even global powers can't ignore.
In recent years, one of the biggest geopolitical conversations has been around whether Saudi Arabia and Israel will normalize relations. For decades, this was unthinkable. The two countries had no diplomatic ties. But under U.S. mediation, talks began quietly. Then came the war in Gaza and new political shifts that threw the process off balance. Still, analysts believe normalization is not dead, only delayed. Why? Because economics and regional security are starting to outweigh old rivalries. A normalized relationship between Israel and Saudi Arabia could reshape the entire Middle East power map, creating a new economic corridor, possibly linking India, the Gulf, Israel, and Europe. But there's also tension. The Arab world remains deeply divided over how to deal with Israel amid the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. And young Arabs, especially Gen Z, are increasingly voicing their disapproval of leaders aligning with powers they see as oppressive. Let's talk global economics. The Middle East sits at the heart of energy geopolitics, and 2025 is proving to be a crucial year. Saudi Arabia, Iran, and the UAE have joined or shown interest in BRICS+, the bloc led by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, signaling a potential move away from Western-dominated institutions. This is massive. It means the petrodollar system, where oil is traded mostly in US dollars, might slowly evolve as more countries trade in yuan, rupees, or local currencies. China in particular has strengthened ties with the region, building infrastructure, investing in tech, and even mediating peace talks. The U.S. influence remains strong, but for the first time in decades, it's being challenged.
But here's the twist most people miss. The next Middle East story might not be written by kings, clerics, or corporations, but by young people. Across the region, a new generation, educated, connected, and ambitious, is rising. They speak multiple languages, understand digital economies, and are pushing for reform, not revolution, but transformation. In Egypt, youth-led startups are booming. In Saudi Arabia, women's participation in the workforce has doubled. In Iran, protests have evolved into broader social awareness movements. And across the region, young creators are using TikTok, X, and YouTube to reshape narratives away from war, toward hope, art, and entrepreneurship. So while the politics may seem ancient, the people are new, and they're rewriting what the Middle East means to the world. So as the sands shift and alliances evolve, one thing is certain: the Middle East remains at the crossroads of global history. It's a place where the past never truly fades, and the future always arrives early. I'm Emily with Michael, and this has been Global Outreach, brought to you by Handle Lightning. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll explore another corner of our interconnected world. And remember, in geopolitics, as in life, perspective changes everything.